The shoes represent tens of thousands of people who cannot come here themselves. So we have a very small percentage of people actually coming out for this rally because patients are too ill to even come downtown to represent themselves.
Well, we're here to do that. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to come back to you with some more information. I'm going to be talking with Jeffery Smith about what it's like from his angle to be suffering with this disease. He is a sufferer of this chronic disease. Jeffrey, tell us about it. Your story, your point of view, what you've gone through for people who, and I hate to use the term, who are as ignorant as I am to this.
Well, no, and I understand that because it's a misunderstood disease. It's very misunderstood by people who have it because we've had such difficulty being diagnosed and finding out what's wrong with us. Myself, I've been sent to tropical disease clinics. I've been sent for MS studies. I've been sent to psychiatrists. I've been given depression pills. I've been told to exercise. I've gone for brain scans. Any reason to find out why my cognitive functionality has diminished so greatly, and my physical health has diminished so greatly. So for me, I got a flu in September 1996, regular flu, but basically the flu never left and just continued to get worse and progressive. So every single day I have been living that every day for 20 years. So what that means is every time I stand or move, I'm dizzy and then everything moves. It means that my head swims all the time. I have trouble forming words or thinking, talking, walking. I mean, I'm bedbound about 60 to 70% of the day.
Wow. So it's like never ever getting any rest. You're just constantly on go.
Yeah, it's so weird because you will sleep sometimes 10, 12, 14 hours, and you think, okay, I'll be groggy, but I'll have some functionality. But it's just full-blown flu, everything you try to do every day. And what is worse is what they call PEM, post-exertion malaise. So it means like a day like today where I am out of bed and I've walked a little bit and stood a little bit, which I can't do anymore, which means like maybe 4 days I'll have to lie down and I won't be able to work or get meals for myself or do anything.
So you're shutting down after today, so this really takes it out of you.
Yes, there's been some recent research in California, and what they found with people with Myalgic Encephalomyelitis is our system, every system in our body goes into what they call a dour state. And a dour state is what is termed hibernation. So my blood pressure is low, my heart rate is low, my blood is not pumping to my brain. Everything is shut down at the lowest level possible. So they are trying to find out what it is that is causing our systems to feel attacked where everything shuts down.
What has the government, and the reason why we're here today, what have they done or what haven't they done to try to bring insight and knowledge to what you're suffering from? Because if I wasn't aware about what's going on, and people like you are suffering alone and quietly at home who think they just need a nap or have been told it's completely psychosomatic, how are we going to make this change? I know we're doing it today. What are you hoping to get out of today? What's really our angle here today?
Sure. Excellent question. Thank you so much for asking that question because the reason the few of us that came down here today, we came down here there's up to 400,000 Canadians who are ill, who can't come and do this because they are housebound, they are bedbound, they can't do anything. So what we want to do and what we hope to do is, in Canada, chronic illnesses are funded at approximately $260 per patient, but Myalgic encephalomyelitis is funded at 11 cents per patient. And it's because, similar to MS, which was considered psychosomatic until 1950, and everyone was left to suffer alone, that's where we are with ME now, but we're not learning from history. No. Because we have biomarkers, we have blood tests that can detect what's wrong with us, but it's being ignored in Canada. It's being done in the US, it's being done in the UK. I had to personally spend somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000 in my RSP to go to California to get testing, diagnosis, and treatment. All these things after 20 years that I first of all, I should have gotten in the first 6 months or a year here in Canada. I feel, at least I can speak for myself, that the health minister has been ignoring us, that the answers she sends out when you send her an email begging desperately is that basically, there's some studies being done, and then you look into the studies and they're all psychological studies on it. It's all in your head. So there's no understanding, there's no desire to understand. I know it's She must be insanely busy. But there are hundreds of thousands of people suffering needlessly, going to other countries, and it's absolutely unacceptable. Why, with this, am I so desperately alone in the same country with the same healthcare system, with the same government that I had the other illness for? It's not popular, it's not on the radar, and we have to change that.
That's right. Actually, and very good thing you said. Why is he so desperately alone? And I'm hoping that at the end of today, we can shed some light onto the subject. Again, I, for one, didn't know too much about it. I really didn't. And I think it's long overdue. So, Jeff, I'm going to let you go. I know you're tired.
Thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you for coming down and trying to make a change for everybody. And hopefully we can help those missing millions. And we won't be ignored any longer.